February 16th. 3 words that will redefine your existence. This date is not a suggestion. It is not a metaphor. It is a threshold, a doorway between who you are and who you must become. Right now, your future self is screaming through time, begging you to pay attention. This is the moment your old life ends and your new life begins. But there is a brutal truth you must face. Most will let this day pass like any other. They will stay asleep, trapped in the same stories, the same limitations, the same excuses. Will you join them, or will you step into the unknown and claim what is waiting for you? The universe operates in cycles. Energy rises, peaks, and falls. But once in a lifetime, a rare alignment occurs, a quantum window where possibility becomes tangible. February 16th is that window. It is a collision of time, energy, and intention. On this day, the field of pure potential cracks open. But here is what nobody tells you. Opportunities of this magnitude do not knock. They appear silently, disguised as ordinary moments, and vanish just as quickly. You will not recognize them unless you are already vibrating at the frequency of your future. Think of your life as a film strip. Every decision, every thought, every emotion is a frame. Right now, you are holding 2 frames in your hands, one labeled past, the other future. February 16th is the splice point. It is where you cut the old reel and fuse it to the new. But to make that cut, you must become a different person. Not tomorrow, not when the time feels right, now. Because the person you are today cannot coexist with the person you are destined to be. One must die for the other to live. This is not philosophy, this is biology. Your brain is a universe of 100 billion neurons, each waiting to fire in a new pattern. Every time you choose fear over courage, habit over evolution, you strengthen the chains of your past. But when you decide, truly decide, to reinvent yourself, your neurons rewire, your body releases new chemicals, your energy shifts, and suddenly the universe has no choice but to mirror that shift back to you. February 16th is not a date on a calendar, it is a mirror. What you see in it depends entirely on who you have become by then. Do not mistake this for hype. This is a warning, a calling, an ultimatum from your soul. History is filled with people who hesitated, who doubted, who said tomorrow and drowned in regret. Regret is the heaviest burden you will ever carry. It is the ghost of the person you could have been. February 16th is your chance to bury that ghost forever. But you must prepare. You must train your mind, body, and energy like an athlete trains for the Olympics. Because when that door opens, only those who have practiced walking through it will recognize it. The rest will call it coincidence. Luck, a random Tuesday. Do not be them. 3 forces will try to stop you. Your past, screaming through old memories. Your body, addicted to familiar emotions. And your ego, terrified of losing control. These forces are not your enemies, they are your final test. Every hero's journey demands a battle with the darker aspects of the self. February 16th is your battlefield. The question is simple. Will you arrive as the warrior or the casualty? The clock is ticking. The stakes could not be higher. This is your moment. No more hiding, no more waiting. The future is not coming. It is already here, and it demands your answer. Your brain is not a computer. It is a quantum field, generating realities faster than light can travel. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel sends ripples through this field. These ripples are not metaphors. They are mathematical probabilities. Future versions of you waiting to be collapsed into existence. February 16th is not magic, it is science. It is the day your ripples align with the universe's frequency. But alignment requires work. Most will never understand why. Quantum physics reveals a radical truth. Particles exist in multiple states until observed. You are no different. Right now, you exist in infinite potentials. A version of you thriving, a version of you stagnant, a version of you broken. The moment you focus, the moment you decide, one of these potentials solidifies. February 16th is your observation point. It is the day your focus becomes matter. But focus is not a glance. It is a laser. And most people's lasers are broken. Neuroplasticity is not a theory. It is your biological right. Every time you repeat a thought or action, your brain carves a road for it. These roads become superhighways. Soon your mind drives on autopilot, stuck in the same loops, the same destinations. Breaking free requires demolition. You must bulldoze the old roads and build new ones. This is not optional. If your neural pathways do not change by February 16th, you will default to the same patterns, the same life, the same suffering. Epigenetics proves you are not a victim of your genes. Your environment controls your genetic expression. Fear, stress, and negativity activate survival genes, genes that narrow your vision, weaken your body, and trap you in the past. Courage, gratitude, and love activate growth genes, genes that expand your potential, strengthen your biology, and pull your future into the present. February 16th is a genetic switch, but you cannot flip it with yesterday's emotions. You must live in the future now. You must live in the future with emotions. You must live with emotions. The heart generates an electromagnetic field 5,000 times stronger than the brain. This field does not stay inside your chest. It radiates into the world, communicating with the quantum field. When your heart and brain synchronize, when what you think matches what you feel, this field becomes a homing beacon. It attracts opportunities, people, and events that mirror its frequency. Most hearts are chaotic, screaming conflicting signals. I want abundance, paired with I am unworthy. The universe hears both. It delivers the louder signal. 3 silent killers sabotage your evolution. First, living in survival mode. Your body cannot heal, grow, or create when drowning in cortisol. Second, worshiping the past. Nostalgia is a poison. It tricks you into romanticizing prisons you have outgrown. Third, fearing uncertainty. The moment you demand guarantees, you reject the quantum field's infinite possibilities. February 16th will expose these killers, but you must starve them before they starve you. Energy is currency. You spend it daily on thoughts, actions, and people. Most bankrupt themselves by noon, investing in distractions, dramas, and doubts. By February 16th, you must become a millionaire of energy. This means ruthless prioritization. Every thought is an investment. Every emotion is a transaction. Every relationship is a portfolio. The wealthy do not gamble. They build, they protect, they compound. Your future is a wealth management problem. Start acting like it. Time is not linear. Your body may age in seconds, but your mind can leap across decades. Close your eyes. See yourself on February 16th. Feel the clothes you are wearing. Hear the words you are speaking. Taste the air of that reality. The more vivid the vision, the faster your cells align with it. Your body is a time machine. Most never turn the key. They let yesterday's wounds pilot tomorrow's journey. Do not be them. The controls are in your hands. The universe is not random. It is responsive. It mirrors your state of being with mathematical precision. Suffering is not punishment. It is feedback. If your life feels stagnant, it is because you are broadcasting stagnant energy. February 16th is a mirror. What you see will shock you. It will expose the gap between who you are and who you pretend to be. But in that gap lies power. The power to choose, the power to change, the power to become. You are not here to exist. You are here to collide with destiny. February 16th is a collision course. Prepare your mind, prepare your body, prepare your energy. The quantum field is listening. It is waiting, it is ready, but it will not wait forever. The door is opening, walk through it, or watch it close. The choice is yours. The consequences are eternal. Bones shattered, nerves severed, a spine snapped in 6 places. One moment I was crossing a finish line. The next I was paralyzed. Doctors said the damage was permanent. They told me surgery was the only option, but surgery meant metal rods. It meant surrendering to a life of limitations. In that hospital bed, I faced a choice: become a prisoner of someone else's prognosis or rewrite my biology through sheer force of will. I chose war. Pain became my teacher. Every movement screamed through my body, a brutal reminder of what I had lost. But pain is not the enemy. Complacency is. Lying there, I realized humanity's fatal flaw. We wait for disaster to evolve. We let crisis dictate our growth. That is not living, that is surviving. And survival is not enough. I refused to let trauma define me. Instead, I weaponized it. For hours each day, I closed my eyes and visualized my spine whole. I saw the bones fusing, nerves reconnecting, muscles firing. Science calls this mental rehearsal. I call it resurrection. While my body lay broken, my mind ran marathons. I felt the sweat, the burn, the triumph of crossing finish lines that did not yet exist. Nurses called it delusion. I called it creation. Within weeks, the impossible happened. I stood, I walked, I ran. Not because of medicine, because of mind. Healing is not linear. There were days the pain won, days I collapsed, screaming into pillows, questioning everything. But here is the truth no one admits. Breakdowns are breakthroughs in disguise. Every time I fell, I discovered a new layer of resilience. Every doubt I crushed became a brick in the foundation of my new self. The old Joe, the one who took his body for granted, died in that accident. The man who rose from that hospital bed was forged in fire. Doctors called it a miracle. I call it a mandate. If a shattered spine could not stop me, what excuses do you have? Your obstacles are not unique. Your pain is not special. It is a signal, a demand to evolve. Most of you will ignore it. You will blame circumstances, genetics, bad luck. But I am here to tell you, your body hears every thought. Your cells obey every command. The question is not whether you can heal. The question is whether you are willing to abandon the story that you cannot. Recovery required murder. I had to kill the version of me that believed in limitations. That version begged me to quit. It romanticized the past. It feared judgment, but the future does not negotiate with the past. It devours it. So I starved the old identity. I stopped saying, I am injured, and started declaring, I am whole. Words are spells. Cast them wisely. This is not a story about a broken back. It is a blueprint for breaking free. February 16th is your accident, your crisis, your moment of truth. You do not need a shattered spine to awaken, but you do need to shatter your excuses. Right now, you are lying on a hospital bed of your own making, comfortable, complacent, dying slowly. The door is open. Will you stand? Will you walk? Or will you rot in a cage with no lock? The world worships scars, but scars are not trophies. They are reminders, proof that you chose growth over gravity. My scars scream a single truth. The human body is not the limit. The human mind is the limit. Break the mind and the body follows. Break the story and the soul expands. February 16th is your scalpel. Cut away what no longer serves you. What remains will be unstoppable. Do not wait for your accident. Do not wait for rock bottom. By then it is too late. The greatest tragedy is not falling. It is refusing to rise until life breaks you. I am alive today, not because I healed my body. I am alive because I healed my mind first. The body followed. It always does. Your future is not waiting for your circumstances to change. It is waiting for you to change your mind. They will tell you it is too hard, that you are not ready, that the risk is too great. They are wrong. The greatest risk is staying the same. February 16th is not a date. It is a detonator. Pull the trigger. Blow up the old you. What emerges from the rubble will shock the world, starting with you. Identity is a cage. Your habits are the locks. Your fears are the guards. To step into February 16th as a new being, you must first burn the cage to ash. This is not a metaphor. This is survival. The person you are today cannot inherit the future waiting for you. One must die so the other may live. Choose wisely. Your brain clings to familiarity like a drowning man clutches driftwood. Neural pathways carved by years of repetition scream for you to stay small, stay safe, stay stuck. These pathways are not fate. They are footprints in wet cement, and the cement is still drying. You have until February 16th to carve new paths. To hesitate is to let the cement harden with the scars of your past. Reinvention begins with execution. The old you, the one addicted to excuses, comfort, and self-pity, must be terminated. Not negotiated with, not reformed, executed. Visualize this version of yourself standing before you. See their weaknesses, hear their lies, feel their limitations. Now pull the trigger. This is not cruelty, this is mercy. The future demands it. The body resists change. It will manufacture fatigue, doubt, and discomfort to drag you back to familiar terrain. Recognize these symptoms for what they are. Withdrawal. Your cells are addicted to the chemical cocktail of your old identity. Stress hormones, stagnant energy, and fear. Detox requires agony. Embrace it. Suffer now or suffer forever. There are no third options. Language builds realities. The moment you say, I am struggling, you become the struggle. The instant you declare, I am unstoppable, the universe rearranges to reflect it. Words are not descriptions. Words are incantations. From this second forward, your vocabulary becomes a weapon. Wield it with precision. Every sentence must either build your new identity or destroy the old. No exceptions. Past traumas are not life sentences. They are lessons wearing disguises. That betrayal, a masterclass in discernment. That failure, a PhD in resilience. That heartbreak, a mirror revealing where you abandon yourself. February 16th does not care about your wounds. It cares about your wisdom. Scars are not excuses. They are textbooks. Study them, then burn them. Mediocrity is a sedative. It numbs you slowly. One compromise, one missed opportunity, one neglected dream at a time. By February 16th, you must develop an allergy to average. Feel rage when you hear good enough. Feel nausea when tempted to fit in. Your new identity thrives on obsession, obsession with growth, with excellence, with becoming unrecognizable to your former self. Two forces battle within you, the creator and the corpse. The creator hungers for evolution. The corpse craves the comfort of the grave. Every decision feeds one and starves the other. By February 16th, the creator must be obese with power. The corpse must be skeletal. This is not balance, this is war. And in this war, mercy is suicide. Rituals are the architects of identity. What you repeat daily becomes doctrine. For the next 7 days, you will not speak without intention. You will not move without purpose. You will not breathe without gratitude. Every action is a brick in the monument of your new self. Miss one brick and the structure weakens. Miss 10 and it collapses. February 16th does not reward good intentions. It rewards flawless execution. The world will test your resolve. Friends will mock your discipline. Family will fear your transformation. Let them. Lions do not seek approval from sheep. When you change, you hold up a mirror to others' complacency. Their discomfort is not your problem. Their doubts are not your burden. February 16th is coming. The weak will beg you to stay. The wise will step aside. Survival is instinct. Transformation is choice. Your cells regenerate every 7 years. Your mind can regenerate in 7 days. This is biology's gift and biology's ultimatum. February 16th is your regeneration day. Will you arrive as a relic of the past or a prototype of the future? The answer lies in what you are willing to destroy to rebuild. Death is not an event, it is a process. The old you is dying right now with every courageous thought, every defiant action, every breath that rejects complacency. February 16th is not a deadline, it is a birth date. What emerges from this death will shock your doubts, silence your critics, and rewrite your destiny. The funeral begins now. Deliver the eulogy, light the pyre, and rise. 7 days, 168 hours, 10,080 minutes. This is the crucible where ordinary lives are forged into legends. Starting now, every second becomes a weapon, every breath becomes a ritual. February 16th is not waiting, it is accelerating toward you. Meet it prepared or meet it defeated. Day 1 begins with silence, no complaints, no gossip, no negativity. Words are sacred. Speak only what you wish to manifest. What you imagine. The moment you criticize, judge, or doubt, you leak energy. Plug the leaks. Guard your tongue like a soldier guards a vault. By sundown, your mind will rebel. It will crave drama, conflict, chaos. Starve it. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is the womb of creation. Sunrise on day 2 demands brutal honesty. Write down every limiting belief etched into your psyche. I am not enough. Success is for others. I do not deserve love. Read them aloud. Then burn them. Fire transforms paper to ash and lies to truth. What remains is fertile ground. Plant one new affirmation. I am the architect of my reality. Water it with repetition. Protect it with fury. Day 3 shifts to the heart. Place your hand on your chest. Feel the rhythm. This is not a heartbeat. This is a war drum. Sync it to 6 breaths per minute. Inhale for 5 seconds. Exhale for 5. Science calls this coherence. Warriors call it alignment. 20 minutes twice daily. Your chest will ache. Your mind will wander. Push deeper. A synchronized heart does not beg for miracles. It commands them. Day 4 amplifies gratitude. Not the shallow thank you muttered over coffee. Volcanic, body-shaking gratitude. List 3 things that ignite your soul. Feel the heat rise from your gut to your throat. Scream them to the sky. Weep if you must. Gratitude is not politeness. It is a frequency that vaporizes lack. By nightfall, your cells will hum with anticipation. The universe leans toward the grateful. Day 5 launches mental time travel. Close your eyes. See February 16th as already happened. You succeeded. You transformed. You conquered. Feel the textures, the handshakes, the bank statements, the liberated breaths. Mental rehearsal is not visualization. It is programming. 40 minutes minimum. Your brain cannot distinguish imagined events from real ones. Exploit this. Day 6 demands physical embodiment. Walk like the person you are becoming. Speak their words. Wear their posture. Breathe their confidence. Identity is not a thought, it is a performance. Fake nothing, become everything. When your body moves ahead of your mind has no choice but to catch up. This is not acting, this is evolution in motion. Day 7 arrives with a choice, relapse or rebirth. Wake before dawn, sit in stillness, recall who you were 7 days ago. Mourn them, then bury them. Today, you speak only as your future self. You decide as your future self. You exist as your future self. By sunset, a shift will occur, a quiet certainty in your gut. This is the quantum leap. It feels like déjà vu because you have lived it 1,000 times in your mind. Now live it in flesh. The protocol is not a checklist. It is a rebellion, a declaration of war on everything mediocre in your life. Each day, the universe will test you. Temptations will whisper. Distractions will scream. Old friends will drag you toward familiar graves. Stand firm. February 16th does not reward the partially committed. It annihilates them. Weakness dies in increments. First, you kill complaining. Then you kill doubt. Finally, you kill the need for approval. What remains is pure potential, a being incapable of surrender. This is the price of admission. Pay it gladly. The person who completes these 7 days does not cross February 16th. They become February 16th. Clocks tick. Souls stir. The portal is opening. You have 7 days to earn the right to walk through it. Start now. Mediocrity is not neutral. It is a slow, calculated assassination of your potential. Every day you choose comfort over growth, you sign a contract with regret. The terms are merciless, a life of what if in exchange for temporary safety. Read the fine print. This deal bleeds your soul dry. Comfort zones are not safe. They are prisons with invisible bars. You pace the same mental cell, rehearsing the same excuses, wearing grooves in the floor of your limitations. The guards. Fear, doubt, laziness patrol your mind. They convince you the cell door is locked. It never was. February 16th is the day you walk out, or the day you sentence yourself to life imprisonment. The body adapts to its environment. Sit in a chair long enough and your muscles atrophy. Sit in mediocrity long enough and your ambition atrophies. Your brain downgrades its software, trading creativity for routine, courage for complacency. You become a fossil of your former self, preserved in amber, admired by no one, including you. Regret is compound interest. The longer you delay your evolution, the heavier the debt. A year of playing small costs you 10 years of unrealized dreams. A decade of hesitation costs you a lifetime of purpose. The math is unforgiving. February 16th is your debt settlement date. Pay now with courage or pay forever with your soul. Average is an addiction. You crave the drip drip of predictable paychecks, stale relationships, and diluted dreams. Withdrawal symptoms terrify you: uncertainty, criticism, the dizzying high of freedom. So you relapse again, again, again. The cost: everything brilliant inside you dies unnamed, unlived, unmourned. History remembers pioneers. The masses, they dissolve into footnotes. You are here to make history, not read it. Every moment spent conforming, people pleasing, and hiding your power is a betrayal of your legacy. Your ancestors did not survive wars, famines, and oceans for you to shrink. Honor them, outrage them, become them. Your mind is a garden. Neglect it and weeds choke your potential. Toxic thoughts spread roots. Doubt blocks sunlight. Excuses steal nutrients. Soon, nothing grows but resentment, a twisted, bitter crop that poisons every aspect of your life. February 16th is Harvest Day. Uproot the rot, burn it, start planting miracles. The universe abhors stagnation. Stagnant water breeds disease, stagnant air suffocates, stagnant souls attract chaos. Failed relationships, financial crises, health collapses, these are not punishments, they are wake-up calls. February 16th is your final alarm. Hit snooze and the universe will escalate. It always does. Fear lies to you. It says stay small to stay safe. The truth: smallness is the riskiest choice. It invites predators, manipulators who smell weakness, opportunities that pass you by, a future that forgets your name. The lion does not fear the hunt, the gazelle does. Which are you? Legends are not born, they are forged in the refusal to bend. Every person you admire, every innovator, artist, leader, faced this same crossroad. They chose the path of most resistance. You stand at that crossroad now. February 16th is not a date, it is a verdict. The jury is your future self. The sentence is life, in chains or in glory. You have been taught to fear failure. Relearn this. Regret is the only failure. The grave is filled with unwritten books, unlaunched businesses, unspoken love. Do not add your voice to that chorus of silence. February 16th, mutes excuses, amplifies action. The microphone is yours, the audience is eternity. Speak. Mediocrity loves company. It throws parties where guests compare scars and swap stories of settling. Leave the party. The music is a dirge, the drinks are poison, the dance is a funeral march. Outside, the night air stings with possibility. February 16th is your escape. Run, never look back. The clock ticks, the curtain rises, your role is written, victim or victor, hero or hologram. February 16th does not care about your past, it cares about your posture. Stand tall, claim your lines, the world is waiting for your performance. Miss your cue and the spotlight shifts. Forever. February 16th is here. The air crackles with destiny. This moment is not a coincidence. It is a collision of every choice, every thought, every leap of faith that brought you here. Close your eyes, breathe. Feel the weight of the future in your lungs. The door is open. Walk through it or watch it close. This is your last step as the old you. Your future self stands on the threshold. Reach out, take their hand. Their grip is strong, calloused from battles you have not yet fought. Their eyes hold galaxies you have not yet seen. This is not fantasy. This is quantum entanglement. The moment two versions of you exist in the same space, the same time, the same breath, merge with them, become them. The past whispers, let it, then silence it. Every scar, every failure, every heartbreak was a stepping stone to this moment. They do not own you, they trained you. Honor them, then bury them. Today you are born anew. The umbilical cord to your former life is cut. Breathe, scream, rise, Power surges through your veins. This is not adrenaline. This is identity. You are no longer human. You are energy. You are potential. You are the architect of realities. Feel the cells in your body vibrating at the frequency of your future. Doubt tries to cling. Shake it off. This is your quantum state. Unstoppable, unshakable, unrecognizable. The universe leans in. It whispers, prove it. Step into the unknown, not with courage, with certainty. Courage implies fear. Certainty annihilates it. You are not jumping into darkness. You are stepping into a light so bright it blinds every shadow of your past. Walk now. Time bends. The next hour stretches into eternity. Every decision, every action radiates through the quantum field. Speak like your future self, move like them, decide like them. The body follows the mind. The world follows the body. Today you are the leader. The world is your follower. Act accordingly. Regret dies here. Today you outrun it. Today you outmaneuver it. Today you starve it of oxygen. The person you were, the one who hesitated, who doubted, who played small, is ashes. Scatter them to the wind. What remains is pure fire. Burn bright, burn fierce, burn forever. The clock strikes. The moment arrives. This is not a test. This is a coronation. Place the crown of your new identity on your head. Feel its weight. This is the weight of responsibility, of power, of legacy. You are no longer a subject of circumstance. You are the ruler of reality. Govern wisely. They will doubt you. Let them. They will question you. Let them. They will try to drag you back. Let them. You are no longer walking the same earth. You are walking the path of the invincible. The ground beneath your feet reforms with every step. Leave no footprints, leave miracles. Open your eyes, the world looks the same. It is not. You are different. The atoms in your body have shifted. The energy in your field has transformed. February 16th is not a day, it is a state of being. Carry it, embody it, radiate it. The door remains open. Walk through it again and again and again. This is not the end. This is the first page of a legend. This is the first page of a legend. Write it boldly, write it unapologetically, write it in the ink of relentless action. February 16th is your genesis now. Go, create, become. The universe is waiting.